Red Sonja. This is a review of the 80s film. And I'm reviewing this movie because there's some of you might not even know this because this movie's been in development hell for years. There's a new Red Sonja movie coming out in theaters next month, August 15th. I kind of not even sure if it's going to play anywhere near me. I'm going to try to review it, but the good news is it's one of those things where it's releasing in theaters here in the States August 15th, but by August 22nd, I think they said it's going to be on digital. So if I don't get to see it in theaters, I guess I'm going to have to pay for it digitally, which I don't really want to do. So I will try to see it in theaters. We'll see if I get the opportunity to do that. But I did want to review the original Red Sonja movie, mostly because I had never seen this. And actually, what's crazy about this movie is this movie was actually hard to buy here in the States. So first of all, it's out of print on Blu-ray for one. Then the only way to get it on 4K is from the UK. So I had to import this from the UK. That's why it has all these UK region labels on it. Now the good news is 9 times out of 10, 4K discs are region free. So that if you don't know what that means, it basically means that it is free for you to watch anywhere in the world. So this may be a UK release, but it'll play just fine in my regular 4K or Blu-ray player. So I just ordered it from there. But yeah, also this movie, from what I tried to find, also wasn't streaming anywhere. Cause I'll be honest, I bought this and it was almost $45, which is a little pricey for a movie I've never seen before. But I did want to get it, especially since this is technically a sequel to the Conan movies, and I do love these movies. So I knew I would enjoy this movie, and I gotta say I did, and I didn't. We'll get into that. So Red Sonja, I will say up front, is not a character I'm super familiar with. I go to the comic book shop every week. I see the comic books that they're still putting out with this character, but it's not like a character that I've ever really read any of the comics. I did pre-order one of the new collections of her comics coming out. I forget which one it is, so I can read it. It comes out before the movie, and I'm going to check that out before the new movie comes out. But I still have not read a Red Sonja comic, so keep that in mind in this review. But this movie is very weird because it's not even really a Red Sonja movie. It's very much a sequel to the Arnold movies, though not as much as people have told me it was. For years, people have told me, oh yeah, this movie's like a Conan movie, third movie, because he's in it a lot. He is, but he doesn't have a lot of lines mostly because Conan is not a heavy speaker anyways as a character. But also when you watch this movie, it still is her story for a lot of it. Conan does have a large role, especially the more the movie goes on at certain points, but there's still enough of it that's focused on her story. It didn't really bother me. I guess that's like a studio mandated thing. They didn't have much faith in this movie, so they mandated that it be that way. I personally think this movie is a fun movie if you love these Conan movies. It's not as good as those movies. I think those movies have more of a fun vibe and tone to them that I think holds up a little bit stronger than this movie. This movie definitely feels a little more of its time, a little more aged. Bridget Nelson, I don't think was a very strong, captivating leading lady in this movie. In some ways I could see that she looks the part, but I really just, any emotion that she really had was just not really there for me. Didn't really buy into it. And the journey of revenge with her, I just didn't feel it. The action wasn't super exciting or very well choreographed, honestly. But, in some ways I enjoyed watching this movie because, again, I like the Conan movies. But also, we don't get a lot of sword and sandals type action movies like this. Old school violence and kind of more epic fantasy scores and things like that. So just seeing that in the movie is just fun, even if it isn't fully coming together. So it was a unique viewing experience for the one time, but honestly, if you did not grow up with this movie, if you do not love the Conan movies, it's not really a movie I recommend you watch today. It's kind of rough around the edges for a lot of it, even if it is a movie that I think, you know, is very watchable still, but not enough to really be memorable. And I think at the end of the day, someone said it best, and this is a statement I've kind of always stuck with me about certain movies. Life is too short to watch mediocre movies, which is not to say that this movie's fully mediocre, but it's enough of one that I'm like, if it's not sticking with me, I don't need to spend much time thinking about it. That's kind of how I feel about this one. So, yeah, let me know what you think of Red Sonja. Is it the classic that you remember it being if you grew up watching it, or yeah, I'm very curious how this new one will turn out. Doesn't look great, but I don't know. Let me know in the future if you want me to review the Conan movies, not any of the various remakes they've done, but the Arnold movies, because that could be a fun review series. I probably won't do it for a little bit just because this month's too stacked with some of the reviews I'm doing. But let me know if that's something you want. Thanks for watching.